Okay, geez. Hopefully I'm still alive and it isn't lagging. So what I did, and hopefully I'm still alive again. But what I did was I tried unplugging like my Wi-Fi, like in and out, like back again, and it somehow tried to reconnect, but it didn't work that way. My God, I really hate it when it's like a YouTube thing. I've never had this problem before with my internet connection, but like I'm pretty sure it's not that. It's never happened like this badly in the past 3 or 4 years that I've been streaming. Okay, but hopefully I'm still live. All right, I'm just gonna have to try and continue. uh, Hold on. Let me type this up.
Okay. Two brackets on each side. Two screws on each bracket. Two washers on each screw.
Oh my God.
So that means we need 8 washers. We have none.
Oh my God.
Where the hell are the washers?
I'm seeing like my frames are dropping again. I apologize for like the inconveniences. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. I tried making it work, but it doesn't want to cooperate.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Okay. Well, hopefully I don't know, I'm still alive.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
I also don't want to like end the stream either. I do want to like finish it because we've gotten like very far into it.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
And I do like the game so far. I like how we're looking at like this person's life and how it unfolds.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down, and I'll drive your back with you up there.
Not my house. Not. Fall back, you fool! I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that she's gonna be a love interest.
Maybe if you actually got me a playscape, I'd want to play inside.
Well, maybe.
Fair, Chloe.
You're not fair. You're not fair. You're not fair. Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Okay, well that kind of
Come over
seals it.
here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
Either that or she's gonna be our high school bully.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Oh, I thought I thought she was gonna do something like
Oh
weird.
shoot. I think I gotta go. But try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try.
But oh shoot. Okay, she was right. I was a bit too slow for that.
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done
He's
that
such
in
a
years.
musical
Not since he was
prodigy.
4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Damn.
Very cool.
He's such a good
No one
musician.
really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Oh,
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, what a shock.
Man, I'm so good at this. He's gonna grow up to become the best musician in the world. The man who plays the invisible keys. It's music that you can't necessarily hear with your ears. You gotta hear with your mind. It's like people who can only, what is it? Not only hear, but it's the people that can see music. Was it called Symphonia or something? All right.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units. In each unit, we will study civilization.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Dear weird neighbor kid, we are in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that while we're at school. We don't know each other.
This is a quote.
Do not talk to
I
me
want
ever.
each of you to write it
Love,
down.
Chloe.
Not doodle on the sidelines.
Oh, okay.
Not stare off into space.
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. That's kind of a but then some people like to reminisce about the past.
Okay. Now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the pay?
Who's that,
Right,
Mr.
I
Potato Head?
definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh yes, of course.
I don't know who that is.
Help me out. So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time.
Oh,
If
boyfriend.
we do not keep an accurate account of the past, we are destined to embarrass ourselves in all sorts of ways.
Is that where we get like the idea of like history
now,
repeats
on
itself?
to what you've all been waiting for. Grades. Assessments. 60%. Those are tests and quizzes. Class work.
Oh wait, shoot, I didn't mean to do
Tried
that.
to convince your father not to buy you that thing.
Damn
but
it.
he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
I wanted to jot it down in the notepad. I didn't mean to like right click.
The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Conch Stirs? What is that? Oh, is this a board game? It is. At long last, your favorite conchsters are for the battle for the playscape. Join Marcy and her 4 sad brothers as they search for their lost mother, the legendary Queen Conch. Entrap gooey monsters with Dr. Ebb's pointed seashells. and coerce them into spectacular battles. This kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of these, but they were like subway sharks. I think that's what it's called. Whereas like these aquatic action figures, or what? It's not subway sharks. What the fuck was it called? That's something they do with sharks, and it kind of reminds me of these.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I do with
Oh, it's a video game. What the?
Very sweet. Thank you for playing his game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you?
I
That's
thought it was a
very
board
interesting
game.
Detail. Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use Tickle Stick. Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard.
What if I do it anyways?
It's called a
wait.
magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be
Wait,
scary, but
I kind of wonder
go
though
in
if this
and
affects
meet the
the
dean
ending
I
in
spoke
some
with.
way.
You know, life can take you to some
Because I don't know if
incredible
there are
places
different
if
endings.
you're really, really good at something.
Hmm.
He says you've had so much trouble making friends at Playco. I want you at a place where people really get you.
Wait, is our mom gonna live through us? Some parents tend to live through their kids. They'll do it in a way where it's like they have like something they couldn't accomplish like when they were kids, so they'll just like pass it on to their children. I think that's the sad part about it, but I guess if you really enjoy it, it's not necessarily living through your kids. It's kind of funny though, she never asked us whether we wanted this.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh,
Froggy, I have a
but I was
theory.
in the composition department.
Probably the protagonist is having
Ah,
been dreaming this
And
whole
who
time.
did you study under?
John MacDonald?
Maybe.
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word.
I don't exactly know what the intro was
Taciturn.
though.
Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I would never say that about you.
Thank you.
I do
I
have to
wouldn't
wonder
either.
though, who would ever like put their kids through like
You seem
private
very
school?
warm.
Like when it comes to like private
fair.
schools that need you to audition just to get in, it just feels like it's just gonna be like one of those prestigious colleges. Like it feels like it's literally the same exact thing. But I always have to wonder though, like even if you go to like a really like prestigious private school, it's like do like employers or like future bosses, do they even give a crap about that? I know they care a little bit about like for some bosses or some employers, they care a little bit about like where you went to school, but I don't think they ever look at like your childhood and like where exactly you went to school, and that matters a whole lot, right? Because where you get your education as like a kid, it feels like it's kind of like general education, Whereas like if you go to college somewhere and you learn like a specific field, that applies to what you're doing. Like my parents never sent me to like any private school, mostly because I didn't really want that, nor did I really care that much about it.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
I don't know what this is. It does kind of look like it's the same music, like the same musical notes, just kind of copied and pasted it. Like at first glance.
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
I do have to wonder though, like for some of these there's like time choices, but I feel like they don't matter like all that much. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there's like different branching paths to this, but I don't know. It just seems like it all ends up to like closing the story at like some point. Like whenever games have the illusion of choice, I feel like that's what I'm experiencing right now. That even if I don't do one thing, or I don't listen to what the person wants me to do, it's still gonna end up being the same result. Schools need audition their enrollee because they only want ones that likely to regret going there, I guess. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Wait, so what happens if I don't practice then? If I don't practice and I'm just magically good, like, are we just technically magically gifted? We're actually gifted if we don't practice? Isn't that how it works? Some people are naturally talented, but they don't, like, put in, like, the more hours or, like, more effort compared to somebody who does. I think I'm in a shoe-in to enter private school. What do you guys think? I'm ready to join the academy. Or do we actually have to do it?
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
You know, I'm starting to get like the gist of this.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Alright, so I see the problem.
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing?
I had to
explicitly
do
asked
it.
you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let him talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man, did I just cause a fight with your parents? I'm sorry, dude, but you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So we gotta be leaning on lobster a lot more in these reef battles. Then, once we get to the trench,
What the fuck
we'll
are we
be using
talking
what
about?
They call craniate types, so chondric types will be what we need. But we haven't even gotten any of those yet. Anyway, it's all pretty complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I definitely don't want you to play without me.
Oh, it's we're talking about the video game?
Spend as much time as possible in the Red Reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these chondric types, which we're for sure gonna need. But we'll talk more tomorrow, okay? Okay, I gotta go.
Damn. Okay, I see. So that's our future wife. Okay.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining
Holy crap,
whether
there's
it
like
is
different
worthy of
variations I
entering
can
into her
draw.
land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That's
Mr.
a
Kid.
the
Over
head of a
here.
crocodile,
What?
Yes.
fur of a lion,
Look at it.
see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face.
After my
Now,
dad, I'm going to
As
sneak
you
out
can
use and
see,
go sleep.
She is ready for any of the deceased who do not pass judgment.
What the fuck is
Sorta
this now?
like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling.
Ew. Why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
I have a feeling like this is we're either gonna like be really rich, or I don't know. Maybe we go with like the path of what our mom wants to do, or we could just like lead our own life, or lead our own life.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard! Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be
I'm starting to
really
get
good
like
at
the
something.
gist of like what the story's about, because this is like the conflict, right?
But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
So our mom's just leaving
You're right.
like living life through ourselves, because she wants us to be a great pianist. But at the same time, we want to like hang out with friends, and she won't let us. And I have a feeling that our parents are probably gonna get a divorce or something. Do you guys get that same feeling, or am I like the odd one out? Because I'm starting to get it. We're piecing it together like really slowly.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
So, I guess like
Turn the lights off.
Danny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
I guess we grow up and we're gonna resent our mom somehow. I think in this choice, I would probably choose the one that most people wouldn't do. I think I would sneak out.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I mistook you for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T Lane.
I am curious
now,
though.
Okay?
Like, would you guys ever do this in your situation? Like, if you met somebody that was like into you or like wanted to be like really good friends, would you like actually sneak out? I think most people wouldn't. I think most people would be goody two shoes. Most people would probably just sleep, and like when their mom says go to sleep, you'd actually do it. I would prefer a story get some
I'm
spices
really glad
instead
you're
of vanilla.
here.
Yeah,
There's
honestly,
something
I would
think
actually
need to
prefer
talk
that
to you
too.
about. Or to get off my chest.
So far, it does seem to be branching.
I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to
We
link
would
the
have
stars
been
together.
So focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while
Damn it. Damn it.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean,
I
all the
didn't want to
practice
like.
had to count for something.
I didn't want to click that,
Maybe
but
just try and close your eyes now. Get a little sleep.
it just
on the
made
way
me do
over.
that.
I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. I'm going to be there soon.
I always like, you guys have heard of like tiger moms, and also like, I don't know, do tiger dads exist? I feel like they don't. I've always heard like the phrase tiger moms, but never like tiger dads. But it's like I always feel bad for people who have to be like put through like this type of shit, where they have to play some sort of musical instrument, and they have to follow a strict schedule. This is like the exact same thing this guy's going through. Like, I'll never like understand how truly, I don't know how they'll truly feel, but I have heard stories of this sort of thing happening. And also, I know it gets a lot deeper where people, they feel like they have no way out, or they'll be like really depressed. And coming from like an Asian background, a lot of the students were, back when I was in high school, a lot of the students felt pressure to get into honor rolls classes and like have extracurriculars so that they'll get into a good college. So this type of mentality just kind of reminds me of that. Froggy, I'm afraid that the game is going for the bad ending. What are you talking about? This is the good ending. This is the LSD trip, right?
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Hey, what happened to the audience? Why is just my mom and some old dude? Then the whole... I practiced for 30 days and nobody showed up. That's so sad. Maybe we can somehow balance this certain life that our mom's forcing us to like do.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough.
What are you talking about? I just barely got started.
So,
It's my own rendition.
why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice?
Oh boy.
Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay?
Can you imagine our mom abandons us for this?
I really want to thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was quite the drive.
Oh boy. Well, we messed up.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father.
Oh.
I don't know. You have to find something to focus on.
Actually, that's not
The world
bad.
isn't very kind.
But
to
at least
people
our
who
mom
aren't really
understands.
Good at something.
Well, I mean, some people, they're good at some things. They're good at everything. Well, actually, not everything. Well, I like to think that everybody's good at something. But the worst thing, and I believe in this like wholeheartedly, the worst thing is wasted potential. Everybody has potential of some kind, but the worst part is just not living up to that potential. Either due to environmental factors, or you feel like you're not like able to do that. Maybe some people don't have the confidence, but that's the worst thing about it. I don't know, what do you guys think about wasted potential? Everybody has potential.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
Yeah, our mom's gonna think that we're gonna end up on the streets. We're gonna be like a peddler. I don't know what you're gonna be when you grow up. You're only 11, but you gotta hurry up. You gotta make money. Gotta give me grandchildren. Is that like is that something on like every parent's mind? Like what they wonder what their kid's gonna eventually grow up to? Like grow up to be? Like did your parents ever have expectations of you guys?
School for a while, just until this nasty thing clears. Hey Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo.
Why are we at the doctor? Ma'am, I'm afraid your son is stupid. We've diagnosed him. You couldn't play a simple piano piece, and it seems as though he just wimped out of under pressure. I'm afraid he's gonna grow up to become a bum, and you're gonna have to accept that. There must be like a reason why we can do all these sorts of things. So maybe there are multiple endings.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for long, I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really...
Damn, look at that moon. Are we back at the beach? Oh, now it looks like shit. Has litter everywhere.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
What about hanging out with the neighbor kid? When I was a kid, I was never like really forced into anything. My parents were like, what do you want to do? Just go do it. They never were like, no, you gotta study hard. You gotta get like straight A's. Well, I mean, they did say that, but they never like enforced that. Well, except maybe during summers when I got like bad grades, they were like, you gotta go to summer school. And I was like, okay. Sure, I guess. This game's just one adventure after another. Oh, are we gonna become like an engineer next? Or maybe an artist. Making like $10 every commission.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B! You hear me? What's he doing?
He's drawing. He's becoming completely deaf.
I'm just becoming a man in here. Imagine you just give that excuse.
No. You mean young Vincent?
Oh, it looks a lot better. Maybe he is gonna become an artist.
What about his piano?
Oh, he doesn't play much anymore. You have to see how good he's going.
I wonder. So, have you guys ever played like instruments when you were a kid? And then you like stopped after a while? Do you guys still know how to play that instrument? Like, I know you probably might not, like, be able to, like, play it, like, fully. Like, know every single one of the keys, but you might retain something, right?
And Mr. Benjamin Grin has been awarded first place.
First place for what? What is
We gotta
this?
thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad in tears.
What competition is this? Oh, what the hell are horses? Damn, look at ours. I mean, it's no surprise that we won first place. Look at the details on that shading. And look at this. This looks like a preschooler did that. And what are we, like 11? And this is the best you guys could come up with? We put the others to shame. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say this. I mean, my drawings are like crap, but... but this is like the actual competition here. Art school application. In 2 short paragraphs, describe what makes you want to pursue a career in the arts. Let me see. What makes me want to pursue the career in arts? I think the first thing of all is to have inspiration, right? Any good artist or any good creative thinker needs to have inspiration. And let me see. What can I write?
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art.
I always have to think
So
about
don't
this.
just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies. Oh.
I don't know. This looks kind of... So I guess we have like 3 different options. I think one represents life. This one represents death, probably. But what exactly would this represent? Me here learned 3 months of piano, and now 16 years later, I still can't play piano. I feel like I'd be in the same boat with guitar. I learned guitar back in high school, during my freshman year. And now, I think it's been over 10 years. It's been over 10 years since I ever touched the guitar. So it's been quite a long while. I'd probably go for this. Like, fruit just seems generic, and a skull just seems too... it seems too memento mori. What is it called? Memento mori? Or wait, can I draw multiple things? Nice. 3 different pieces of art.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are.
Wait, what? Oh wait, these turn into different things. I guess if I wait a little longer, they become better? Maybe? No? Okay.
Very
no.
zany. Very kitsch.
What the fuck? What are we learning in art class? I thought he was like 11 years old. What kind of art class is this? What kind of academy is this? Here, let me draw the one that like looks
Lucky
most
for
goofy.
you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
And to make it matters worse, we're like trapped in a dark room. It is so weird. Oh, now we're moving on to abstract art.
There you go, Mr. Brin.
Feel each shape.
What are your guys? What do you guys think of like this type of art? Like the whole idea of like modern art, where it's just like a bunch of scribbles and polka dots.
Oh, you fiend!
Like to me, there's like an idea of like abstract art, and then there's like concrete art, but I feel like if you do this, it's not exactly finished yet. If I take a look at it, like if I took one look or I took one glance at it, I think you wouldn't be like finished with what you're doing yet, and I wouldn't call this like art exactly. Or maybe that's me. Like when people say like art or like beauty is in the eye of the beholder or something. But I probably wouldn't consider this as like art. That's just me though.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brin has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself
What?
and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Brin.
That's a
For I
masterpiece.
fear a talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
I don't get it. I don't.
It becomes difficult putting one foot in front of the other when they are no longer touching the ground.
Man, when I think of like AI art, I often think about this too. Because I know when artists say that AI art is bad, and it takes away from like their creative process and like their own way of drawing and their own style. But I can't help but think like some artists, they do this sort of stuff, and then it's like somehow like better than like AI and how they do it. Maybe I'm wrong to think about that, but I don't know. Maybe my opinion doesn't hold a whole lot of weight, but I have to like give credit where credit's due. Hey Phoenix, hope you're doing well. Yeah, hope you're having a good day.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I'm not against modern or postmodern arts, but I think this type of artist must be able to defend their creation philosophy. I want to say that he can sort of defend it, but he drew like a half-naked guy on the bed, and then like all this other stuff, I don't know where it came from. So it's kind of just like a mismatch of like random shit. Like it's abstract in a way, but it's like, I guess the abstract is like having an idea of what other people think of it. Oh, also, we got his full name. His name is Benjamin Brin. So now we know the main character.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being
Doing
a
well. I've been
starving
playing a
artist
lot of
is supposed
Pirate
to feel
101
like.
lately.
But if I can teach you one thing,
Why?
it's that if an opportunity knocks,
Actually, I don't know.
making a living isn't selling out. I
Have
wish I
you
had
like
thought
played
of it
through
that
the
way.
game before? I usually think that when people play like Wizard 101 and Pirate 101, they'd be like, I don't know, like the game's been out for like a lot of years already. Like, have you played through it before?
Gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you, child, you are no businessman. You are an artist. Live like one.
Let me do this one. This one actually looks like a dumpster fire. Actually, no, not really. Wait, so how old are we now? Are we like in our college years? What happened to our parents?
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
I don't know about that. Don't worry, you're not selling your soul. We're just buying the rights to everything that you draw or you paint. In the world of business, like, whenever somebody says that, you just have to feel skeptical. Don't worry, just sign the contract.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract. Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. Okay, that's it. Get out of my office. You know I'd call security if I thought you were actually a threat. But what are you going to do? Paint me to death?
I knew I had a sneaking suspicion. I knew she was in the wrong. So, if I don't advance, we're just gonna sit here awkwardly. If I choose not to blink, we're just gonna sit here. I thought you were gonna call security. What happened to that, huh? You just throw the paper in her face and she just sits there. Look at that smile on her face. It's probably the only action she gets today anyways. Without me, she'd probably live a boring life.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
I guess that's just kind of my philosophy, along with like life. This kind of reminds me with like YouTube and like content creation. I know it's like nothing like art exactly, but I wouldn't exactly sell my soul. Like I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not gonna like shill into something I don't believe in. So that concept still applies here, even though it's not exactly art. So you're never gonna see me like do a Raid Shadow Legends promotion, because I think that game's shit. But I don't know. I'd have to like.
This is divine.
I'd have to like appreciate or like play
now
through
that
whatever
you've
I
grown
believe
your
in.
wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly? May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifling.
Damn, look at that swan butter.
Ah, now what to eat? If we both only get appetizers, I can afford to go Dutch. Otherwise, I thank you for the dinner.
This feels so awkward. I've never had like dinner with a guy friend before. Like where it included wine. You guys ever done that with your friends? You just go to a fancy restaurant and it's just like the two of you. You just have wine. Like this is not like a relation type thing. This is like a platonic thing. And I think the weirdest part is like he was like my old teacher.
Honey, stop. Is that a...
Let me stop doing abstract art. Let me make something that actually resembles something. I mean, it's not great, but I know what it is.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me.
Damn.
Now is the single most
I knew we should have taken this route.
entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love
We're rich!
and how bored we
See, guys, selling out doesn't pay well in life.
rising, Benjamin.
I don't know, maybe it does to some people. But as long as you stay true to yourself and you do something that you enjoy, and you believe in yourself, it will all pay off in the end. Hey, look. Benjamin's like on the billboard. You know how hard it is to get on a billboard nowadays? It costs like $500. Or I don't know. I don't know how much it costs, but people tend to rent these. They don't exactly buy them. Oh, wait, and this is on the freeway too. Damn. Must have paid big bucks for this.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up.
I picked it up anyways.
For me right now.
I'm picking and I'm painting this.
Painting. Keep striving. You make that work of true genius.
It is.
Oh, you're almost there.
It is genius.
So,
Kind of looks like how I would draw in Gartic Phone.
you're just gonna get back to work, okay? Goodbye, Benny.
I don't remember. Was that our mom or was that our neighborhood friend?
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. Huh. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? You ready to come up here?
Wait, is that our mom? Or is that our friend? I can't tell. What's happening now?
Say something.
What do I say? She was my mom. She forced me into piano academy school. I don't know.
What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
I'm trying. I'm trying to say good words. There was nothing good with my childhood. It's like PTS flashbacks.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people.
I wonder. Hold
and
on.
there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
So, to catch you up to speed for some people who either just joined or I don't know. I'm not gonna reiterate like how to play this game. Like you either blink or you don't and you miss stuff, but so the story currently is we were a kid, we were born, our mom forced us into piano school and we didn't like that, so we tried to get out of it by hanging out with the neighborhood school kid, which I think she's gone now. I don't know where she went. Then we found something else that we're passionate about instead of piano. We abandoned that. I don't know if our mom didn't like that, but she wanted us to do something with our life, so we went into some sort of painting academy school instead because we were gifted at it or a genius at it or we really liked it somehow. And now our mom died, but we had nothing good to say about our mom. I don't know. Do you guys remember like a single moment of like anything good she did for us? Like, as far as I know, like our mom in this game never did anything. Yeah, the mom literally never did anything for us. All she did was just like force us into piano classes. Because she played piano and she showed us her scrapbook. So we never exactly had any good memories though. And I think that's the sad part. She never took us to the beach. We never made any memories. We never went on vacation. Like the whole story so far is just like her forcing things onto her son. I'm assuming Benjamin is a guy, okay? At least I'm sure it's a guy. Hey, Angel. Hope you're doing well. But Mom did sign Ben to art school, though? Okay, that's one thing, alright? But she never showed us that she cared about, like, him, though, right? So, when have we ever spent time with, like our dad or our mom? Because our dad, for the most part, our dad only ever said, hey, whatever he wants to do, he just go do it. Our dad never spent any time with us. Do you guys realize that? Like, that's the sad reality of it. So, my interpretation is that we grew up and our parents sort of neglected us. Or maybe I'm in the wrong about this, but this is how I see it.
You are a snake. You are a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing!
What are you talking
The
about?
world has forgotten you,
I'm making scribbles.
They have moved on! And I...
Look, it's animated scribbles, too. That's a revolutionary new idea. Damn, isn't this kind of like a true thing? Like, when you're at your lowest, people... I don't know if this is like a fact or not. People will only see you at your, like, highest, or be with you at your highest point in life, but there won't ever be people at your lowest point. Or... how do I put this? Like, there's people that will either follow you to your highest point, or people who will never show up. How do I put this? It's hard to get into like an idea of what I'm trying to say. People will be there only at your highest point, but there won't ever be people at your lowest point. or you'll see them for who they are. How do I phrase this in a way where I know what you guys, I know what you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about, but I can't get into words.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house.
What?
She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. Then I just find myself breaking down again.
Is our dad going crazy?
I hope you understand.
Okay, so now everything's going downhill for us. People are only with you at your highs, not your lows. Yeah, that was what I was trying to say, and I was trying to get into words, but sometimes I tend to overcomplicate things because there's like so much in my mind that I want to say. But that is, I feel like that's kind of a true statement. I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, do you think there's ever gonna be people that will ride along with you? Or do you think everybody is just gonna be with you at your high, and people won't be there at your lows? I think it applies to some people. Hey Ricino999, hope you're having a good good day, or a good Wednesday.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time. I mean, I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did.
She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her.
Are you guys crying yet? We're like, I think we're like more than halfway. We're at like 70% of the game, or like 70% of the way to the end. Is this like story moving you yet? Are you guys like, Froggies, I'm already leaking through the eyes. I'm so teary. It's such a sad story. Like, if you are down in the dumps, okay, but if you become a murderer, probably not. I've always, like, whenever I think of, like, what you said, Phoenix, what I was trying to put into words, I think of, like, when people say, like, they'll ride or die, like, alongside you. But there's always gonna be some people out there that will, like, be loyal, like, absolutely loyal. And I think of, like, the, like, whether or not it'd be, like, an unconditional or conditional thing. Like, whether or not they'll ride it with you. Like, in your lows and your highs. But I find that there's, like, maybe, like, there's, like, very few people that will actually do that. Oh my god. Okay, I see it. You guys see the metronome? You think we're gonna keep that? It just reminds of what our mom did to us.
What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
Passaggio, music, manuscripts, and staves. Ellie Fishman. Oh wait, this was our mom, right? Holy crap, this is animated. Man, all these pictures look really nice. I like the one with the waving. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather have this. This is more heartwarming. Okay, now this kind of ruins it. The confetti explosion just ruins it a little bit. Maybe I could put it in the corner. Actually, no, wait, holy crap. Wait, it looks like she's playing on the piano. Do you guys see it? Like, I thought it was just like a bunch of fireworks going off. But if you like look at it directly, it actually looks like somebody's playing on the piano. That's really neat. That's not picture perfect, but I think it will do. I probably should have put this to the side, though. There are other much sadder stories, so I actually expect the game to be more cruel. I'm sure there's gonna be a twist at the end that's just gonna be a tearjerker.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us.
Dad,
Like
why are
I
you
can
here?
See her in the paint.
You're creeping me out.
I can feel her.
How'd you even get into my house? Your dad just shows up unannounced. It's just so weird. Would you guys actually give like your parents like your house key? Like if you live off on your own, would you give your parents like a key to your house? Maybe it's just me, but I like, even though they're like family, I'd rather just have like some privacy. Inspired by the musical composition of his late mother,
Is that really you? It's Chloe.
the
Your
composer
neighbor.
Ellie Stevens.
My god, I can't believe this. It's been years.
Oh, wait,
I
what?
just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you.
I know that
mean, if you're
Pinocchio
down for
knows
that.
anywhere. But let me read this whole thing first. Relatively unknown in her life, Bryn lifted his mother's work out of obscurity with creation of this piece. She is now considered to be one of the greatest composers of her time. Was she actually famous? I don't think she was. I don't think the world even knew about her. But that is a nice looking portrait.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did.
Man, look at those Crocs. Actually, I don't think they're Crocs. What are they? They sandals?
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music.
She kind of reminds me
She
of
was
like a gondola.
genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
But not gondola. What are the people that like row the boats on the gondolas? What are they called?
Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Is she asking us out? She looks like she's like 40 years old.
I'd really love to catch up.
That's not
I
like a
can't
rude
believe
comment or
everything that's
anything.
happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
That's
Now
just
would
how
you
I
look at
think
that?
she looks like.
I cannot believe my luck. You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a...
More realistically saying, an artist's literary fame is more determined by people who talk about them, though.
Hello, sir. If I realized I would
You know, I think the funny thing is,
I'm just used to fishing up a different
so she
class
talked
of
to us
soul.
while we were at,
I mean,
like,
sure, I've had
because we were, like,
scientists,
really
a couple
well known.
college athletes here or there,
But she never stuck with us, like, in the past.
internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that.
Oh wait, can we
See
rewrite
if I'm
history?
getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid, or
It's kind of reminds me of what was it, the Terminator building, Skynet? It kind of reminds me of that.
jovial
It
child,
resembles it a bit.
a solitary one? Hey, not bad.
What would you guys pick? Would you guys want to be happy, or you want to be lonely? Huh. Let me see. What is lonely? What is that choice?
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
That's a really tough choice. Well, I'm gonna say the truth here. She wasn't an accountant. He was a composer. Well, actually, I guess Froggy wants to be happy. No, usually, like, as an introverted person, I'm not very sociable. So, I know it's kind of funny when you think of it like that way. And I'm talking a whole lot, but I'm very introverted. So, loneliness kind of comes easy to me. So, with this, I think the choices are whether we choose her real job or we choose, like, what she wanted to be. The logical person in me wants to choose the accountant, but the more empathetic person in me wants to choose composer. Because that's what our mom wanted to be versus what she actually was. So I'm kind of split. Like, I have a heart, but then again, our mom never really did anything for us. Like, she never spent time with us. She never took us out for anything. Listen, now his mom passed away. She is remembered as a composer. Meanwhile, accountant is not as relevant anymore. Alright, fine.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher?
Is that a huge rat?
Encouraging or demanding?
No, that's Charon.
Kind of like your
Charon, the
champion,
the underworld.
or more like a taskmaster.
Boatman, I think. That's what is labeled as. Yeah, we're trying to pass through the trials of hell. So, do you guys think she was encouraging, or do you guys think she was demanding? Because from what I saw, she wanted us to do this and she kind of forced us into it, right? She didn't exactly ask us whether or not we wanted to do it. Encouraging would be like, you're gonna do it, son. You're gonna get an A on that test. Or, I don't know, you're gonna do really well in that, I don't know, pianist academy. I feel like she was demanding. I think she is both. Because that's hard, right? A lot of parents want like their kids to do well in something or excel in it. And obviously they want them to grow up to be successful. But trying to balance both, like I know like my parents personally, they want me to do like certain things. They want me to be happy, but at the end of the day, they want me to choose whatever I wanted to do. Even though they were like, get good grades, or I don't know, don't do drugs. They never like enforced that. They just kind of they kind of just like said that. And I feel like that's more encouraging than it is demanding. All right, I'm gonna put encouraging. Well, actually, this is a tough decision. It's not that I don't have a heart, but I have to like say the truth.
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out.
He's not
hoping
wrong.
That he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
Oh boy.
How about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now be honest here.
What do you guys think?
Don't be bashful, man. You can tell me.
So, I immediately thought that she was gonna be our first love. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think she would be our best friend. Because I think of it as like the movie trope whenever like a kid and they meet like a girl that's like right next door. It always ends up being like a love story. It's like never anything else to me. Because I've just been so attuned to like that whole movie trope. Friend, she was your first stalker. You're both not wrong, and I do have like one shred of evidence to compel me towards like the friend part. Part of me says first love, but it's leaning towards best friend because we never really got to have like any moments of like romance or like any part of that happening. Like there was not a shred of like love at all. Like she never kissed us. She never really did any hand holding, never any of that sort. So in my mind, she was a best friend. And it might break some of you guys' hearts, alright? It's like you're gonna say, she was the one. I loved her. It was... That is rough. Look, I think of her... I thought of her as a best friend because she never did any of the stuff you would think when you go out on a date you would do. Like when people say go to first base or go to second base or go to third base, this is what I think. I think of her as a friend. Yeah, she got friend zoned. I'm sorry, guys. In your playthrough, maybe you guys might have said she was your first love, but I have to put my foot down. Or sorry, I have to put my webbed feet down.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day.
I do happen to wonder, though,
now, from that moment
if that
forward,
actually mattered.
His mother gave up on him, She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician.
Oh boy.
But little did she know,
She gave up on
picked
his
the wrong
on her
medium,
son.
right?
That's harsh,
See,
dude.
when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year.
She
In that
gave up
year,
on his son.
He rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor.
Movie
who
trope is an
launched his work into the
artificial
national
construct.
spotlight. Now be quiet. With
I think of it like the
expectations
same way
on
as like a
his career mounting,
stereotype.
He stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing. For it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fowls!
So, why are the seagulls here?
All right! I get it!
It kind of makes me wonder why they're even on the boat.
I hear what you're saying.
Like, he's the dude that's supposed to do his job, right? Like, he brings people to, like, through the gates of hell.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds.
What?
They're what
The fuck
becomes
does that mean?
souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that,
Holy crap.
they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me.
Wait, so does that mean we
Living
fucked up?
reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
I think we told the
Hopefully
truth.
you won't be seeing him again.
Like, I saw it like it was. I just say it like it is.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Oh boy.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you.
What?
And
Did
I'm
we
sure
fail?
You're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that.
What?
We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass.
I thought it was gonna be some sort of boss
So I'm gonna
battle.
ask you again.
It's like he's getting
To
up all in
start
her face.
from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
It was the truth. What the fuck are you talking about? What does he mean by truth? That was the truth, wasn't it?
Not this.
Oh, okay. Damn, look at Mom. She's super skinny. She has a flat ass too.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius.
You eyeing up your
which might
mother?
live on
She's
after
not
you.
our real
So I asked
mother,
him,
alright?
what about your children?
She's a stepmother.
I might be a work of genius.
Sort
just
of.
as I was.
I get all this. We need to move. This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I don't know. Get closer to it. Oh wait, is this gonna be like her father yelling at her or something? For being like a failure? Is that what's gonna make us cry? Cause we never got to see like the welcoming party for her father.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Man, her ass really is flat.
Oh. Oh, what is it?
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could.
That's not a bad thing, but if
Let's
you're
keep going.
flat in the front and you're flat in the back, that's kind of like a double
You
threat.
really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E.
I'm just saying.
You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that? Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
God, honey,
Okay.
I'm worried too.
So what do we need to find?
Ernie! Kid! Come to Papa! I know you're mad about last night, but this is ridiculous.
What happened last night? Oh, God.
What?
Well, if he survived that, I don't know how worried we have to be.
I'm really curious how this is gonna change
Okay?
the events.
One eye. That means predators come up on one side of me doesn't even know.
Because there's no way to
Okay?
alter my perception. I don't think there is.
Ernie! Come on, dude!
Oh wait, this was the card I saw last time. I thought that was like a corpse.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know.
Alright. I guess I have to keep forwarding until the important part. Like, I'm genuinely curious. How is it gonna change the stories of what I believe in? Wait. Is that a dog? Did it kill our cat?
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So
Okay,
then you
well, I
went to
kind of
work
guessed that.
To make yourself sensational.
No, that wasn't it.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Damn, so musically talented.
I like hanging out with you a lot. Which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never liked hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
Oh, okay. Alright, where's
I'm
the
not worried
important
about
part?
who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
Hey, El, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
We can focus in. Make sure you staying engaged.
Try to speak a little softer.
Oh, is this the divorce? See, I called it. I think. Or are they doing the nasty in there? Let me see.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point?
Yeah, where is the point?
What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
Wait, so that what difference does that make? She still thinks we were a failure.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs.
I always wonder though, like, you guys know why coyotes ever howl at the moon? Like roosters howl at the sun going up, and then the coyotes howl at the moon. So you have like two different animals that just like howl at different things, or they call at different things. Isn't that weird?
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get?
Actually, I think that's like
No matter how painful
like
it
a
gets,
myth.
I
Coyotes
need
howling
you
at the moon.
to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Okay. What's something productive? Besides laying in bed. That's something productive. Wait, what?
Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
Wait, so what does this have to do with art?
Exactly. Was very
Doing
artsy.
drugs?
Actually, I was just
I
good
don't
at
know
fooling
about
your dad.
drugs.
Made him think I was some kind of genius.
Mom's in the room, Finny. I mean, Mom's in the room, Phoenix. I don't think she would accept drugs. Unless she wants to do it with us.
Why don't you write the story of your life so far?
Oh, then we can
And then
spend
what
some,
you're
like,
gonna do
mother-son
once you get better.
time.
That's the story I want to hear. Story.
Okay, I didn't mean to fast forward that. Wait, so I don't really get this. We never saw this part. Growing up in a strange and quiet child in a isolated seaside town. Man, can you imagine doing this like way back when? How much it would suck doing this?
Man.
And you
this
made like
is
one
wild.
typo.
You really got into this, didn't you?
I'm so
Oh,
glad for
here
like
I am.
modern computers.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day. Best friend? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night.
Slept on the
I'm
beach.
also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
Okay.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes.
Oh wait,
So try to get comfortable.
we never saw like the doctor scene either. I was wondering why we came to the doctor's office
A
anyways.
little longer, okay?
So what is this, chemotherapy? I've literally never been into like one of these like machines before. I know I think they do like a scan on like of your entire body, probably. I don't know what these are called either. An MRI probably. Maybe. I've actually never... Like, I've been to the doctor's office before, but... Maybe this is more for, like, serious stuff.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night.
Did you bring in some
I
pizza rolls and
promised
some
myself I
Kool-Aid?
wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say?
Get
You
the
know I'm
hell
such a
out,
big fan
Mom.
Of anything you do.
I thought you came in to bring me some food.
Can't.
Go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
What?
Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Oh my god.
AB, just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just...
What?
I think it was just very emotional. for her to read.
Oh, I see.
I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated
I love the
seaside
dad.
town.
He's just so supportive. I don't know why.
Certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really
Like he's trying to stay positive
cool stuff,
in
kiddo.
amidst like a
Very
situation
proud.
here.
Okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
He kind of reminds me of like a suave car salesman that tries to sell you like an old Chevy. He sort of has that type of charisma and attitude. So I guess like our passion of art doesn't come until later. Benjamin Bryn was a loser. He was the worst Bryn to ever live. He didn't ever... He didn't even try to fight fight what? My inner demons? He didn't even try to fight the disease inside him. You mean COVID? I don't know. He just laid down and died. What? What the fuck do you mean?
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
The fuck is this?
I'm up. What's going on? I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Damn. It's like we're staring into the abyss.
That's me. That's your mom. That's Mama.
Man, we are really down into like an LSD trip, aren't we?
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button, and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
I understand it hits
Wait.
mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you
I-
for understanding.
I sorta-
It's been,
I sort of understand
a
the
rough
story
one.
now. So our entire lives after, like, the art thing is sort of a figment of his imagination, and it didn't actually happen. What actually happened was that he died when he was like 12 or like 13 or whatever, because he was bedridden. Is that what I'm getting here? Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's something else. Is this what people see when they have like some sort of disease? They see like some sort of poltergeist? Like, it seems like a friendly poltergeist, right? Like, all it does is just like stare at you. Looks like I don't know, a butthole.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand.
That's the first time I've
business to
seen
run.
the dad pissed off.
Cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
I don't think we'll beat the 120-minute mark, so no refund for Frog. It's not like... I probably won't refund it, like, even if I did play for more than 2 hours. Like, more so to do with, like, the fact that even though we are, like, passed over it, it's, like, a really good game.
Funny, you know? What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know.
Hey, Benny. Buddy. Did you just throw something?
No,
Kinda sounded like you threw your cell phone at the wall.
No.
You know, your mom's not mad at you.
I dropped the phone.
Just tired. Really tired, I think. You know, it's okay if you did throw your phone at the wall. Hell, mean, I want to throw my phone at the wall a minute
He's
ago.
so positive.
You know what? Maybe I will throw my phone at the wall.
He's such a
Ready?
good supporting character.
Ha-ha! You hear that, Benny?
Like, he wants to make his
Tell
son
me
happy.
things more often. Cheaper than therapy, I can tell you that much.
What a good dad.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, our music had been rejected.
I theorized the whole
She's
game as a
having
dream
trouble
of Ben.
adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her.
For me, I feel like the dream state where he has to sign a contract and then where he has to like do business.
She just couldn't.
I don't think a
believe
kid
how
can
gifted
kind of
you
dream
were.
that up.
Once she heard
I'm
that,
gonna be honest.
it was like you brought her right back to me. So
Like, I feel like
I
it'd
was
be
wondering
really
if
hard
maybe
for
you
a
could do
kid
that
to
for
dream like all that stuff afterwards.
Try
Unless like maybe
closing
they're
your
an
eyes.
adult
see if you can remember.
and they can somewhat reminisce about it. Like,
That's my bass.
like
How did you
usually
figure out how to
kids
play
don't
that?
think about businesses screwing them over. You guys know what I mean? But like some parts make it really reasonable
Keep playing B.
for it to be a
She's
dream.
listening.
Maybe Ben is not a kid. Yeah, but like, how many people actually think about like a business screwing them over? And they dream of that. Maybe like a friend, like where they stab you in the back. Like a friend betraying you, like for me, I feel like that'd be a lot more reasonable. It kind of looks like it's a supernova now. You guys know that like in a couple, I think like a couple billion years, like the sun's gonna become like a giant, what is it, supernova? And it's gonna explode. And then I think if I remember correctly, after it explodes, it's gonna turn into a giant diamond. That's what it kind of reminds me of right now. Or I don't know, maybe I'm out of my mind. I don't remember much about history class. Or I mean science class. Wait, I thought the cat died. Or was it your kids that died? Or kittens, I mean.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Look at that face. She looks like she's been through shit.
Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
Getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right.
Damn. Holy shit, it's getting bigger! It's about to explode, guys. Along with my eardrums, because it's super loud. The medicine's not working!
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
I do have to wonder though, like
No.
what kind of disease
What
is
does that have to
that?
do with?
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
Like, do
I don't know.
like
Check
since
the
some of
book.
you guys have watched like the walkthroughs,
Okay,
do you
I'm
guys know
calling
what
now.
that is?
Honey.
Holy shit. It's like blaring right now.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
Is she our toxic friend?
You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But
Hey,
what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes,
is it
I
money?
can give it to you, and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Is it $50? What is it? Dear weird neighborhood kid. Is it like a note that says like I hope you die? oh wait, no, that's never mind. It says you are my best friend. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking there. Love, Chloe. Nice. Alright, so I got the... So we did get, like, the whole best friend thing vibe going. We got that one right. Ugh. Everything's super slow.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Also, just
Yeah, it's
realized
just a
Benny
melody
can't
that
be a
came to me.
kid because she's like 13.
It feels good to play it.
And you have the option to choose her as your first
It's
love, and
sad.
otherwise that's mad
Yeah,
weird.
well.
Really?
that
What
makes
the
sense.
fuck? We could have chose that? That's
But
an
do you
option?
like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on.
Oh, he called his wife a
waiting.
trap.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Oh look, get well soon. Be brave, Benny. I guess this is the end. I'm ready for it. Is this what heaven looks like? Had the options. Oh, okay.
I know.
It's okay, Benny. I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
I wonder if the people with this disease, they describe what they see, and what they see is like a really
It's
big
okay,
spiky
Benny,
ball,
just close your
like a
eyes.
red ball that makes a whole ton of noise. Oh wait, I have to take a look at this. I was like, I had to look at the light. This is awfully hard. Especially when the mouse is really slow. Okay, I think I did it.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories...
You know, if you publish it like as like a, I don't know, get like a publisher of some kind, you probably get it like a New York Times bestseller. But somehow he just chooses to stay on this boat and take people to hell.
I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know.
Like, he seems such an interesting character, hearing everybody's stories and then puts it into a book. But he chooses not to publish it.
We got this. I think.
Like, all the experience of, like, people, like the lost pigeons we saw, or the lost birds. You could make some extra money on the side. But somehow he enjoys doing this. Also, why did he throw his book away? Didn't that have, like, memories of, like, other people?
There she is. Wish me luck.
That's the
Gatekeeper,
deity?
Before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
Oh.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
Okay, so we died when we were a child. So that means that, like, the art business thing, that wasn't real. Okay.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was...
I don't know, like, what you did to me,
I
son.
didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin.
I'm not gonna lie. If Silent Hill 2 didn't make me cry,
Brin
this probably won't.
was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then,
I knew it.
when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year.
I knew you were living
And in
through
that
us.
year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy.
Did somebody
and
turn off the
promise.
piano music?
How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten.
Yeah,
So when he knew they were going to
scumbags.
go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life. A full life. And he was everything he needed to be. Just as he was.
Why are you staring at me, Mom? You're being weird.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Wait. Does it make us... Did it grant us like a second life? Oh wait, no! The Boatman is not it was written by Ben. Oh! Wait, so the entire thing is a dream? Is that what you're saying? So all of this is just a dream, and it was just like a... He didn't actually die.
Me 2.0 for you.
Oh, that's sweet. It's dedicated to the developer's father. So is that the end of the story? I mean, the end of the game? Did you guys cry? Any Weenie Hut Jr. babies in the chat? I'm just kidding. If you cried to it, it's no shame. Wait, what's another turn of phrase for
There's a
that?
couple pictures of you laughing. Grip tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here.
I probably would have gotten pretty sad, but I was getting my ass beat by Baba Yaga. This story might be real, mixed with fictions and fiction written by protagonists. I really like the story, but that was kind of a plot twist at the end. When you said that everything was a dream. Because then it's like, if it's a dream of like the future, right? Of something you never had, then it'd be like a dream within a dream, right? So, he didn't actually die, did he? This is a pretty good game. I liked it a lot. But as far as like being sad though, like and crying, like I don't want to say that I'm kind of like a tough nut to crack, or like somebody that is really like hard to make cry, but I guess like maybe it's because I don't know, I don't have that sort of empathy or like relatability to it. Like I get like the idea of like living through your kids and having to suffer through something, or having to deal with like parents and like understanding that sort of thing, but it's not exactly enough to make me cry at it. I will say though, the only game that has ever maybe tried to driven me to like tears would probably be like Silent Hill 2. Cause that's like a little bit more in depth with like the how everybody processes emotions and what psychological aspects everybody can go through, depending on what they're dealt, as far as like psychological trauma goes. But this one, while it's not like in that same field, it is really good at storytelling. And I do like the whole idea of like blinking and missing things. This game is like Softcore China, Melville, or Herman Hesse. I can sort of see it. Man, there's a lot of backers for this game. I thought this was like developers, but then I looked at some of the names. Mr. Bagel Fart. Then I thought, there's no way that this is actually like a developer list. James versus the World. What's some other good names up? Like, what's some other good names here? Jeremy Mystic Deprater. Sin. The Fab K. Jesper Cox. You know, it kind of reminds me of like that. I don't know if you guys ever saw that video on like YouTube. There was like a dude that had to go to like a court date or like a trial, and he signed in on Zoom with like the name Buttfucker3000. That was like the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen. And it was like all during like a Zoom call. It was like actually recorded. Alright, well, was there actually like more endings to this, or was it like just like one entire ending? Because depending on whether or not there are different endings, I might either look that up or maybe not. You guys know if there are different endings? Honestly, I think my opinion on this is maybe if you haven't played like horror games or like I don't know how to explain this, but I wasn't on like the verge of tears or anything. I don't think there's anything else. All right, that was a good story. That was a good story-based game. Alright, Jesus. Hold on. Okay. I don't know. If you guys had to rate it out of 10, what would you guys give it? I'd give it like a... I'd give it a comfortable 8 out of 10. Has a game ever made you cry? A game. Not really. Silent Hill 2 was somewhat close. Like towards the end, that one was a little bit close to making me cry. A little bit. Because of the ending and how it wrapped everything up. That was the only other game that sorta maybe had an inkling of making me cry. But there's one thing that has tried to make me cry, and I've gotten really close. It's like these MetLife commercials. Hold on. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Is this one. Yeah, hold on, give me 1 second. Like, I've never cried at a game, but like, the only thing that has ever made me close to crying is, like, this commercial. The one where it says, like, my dad is a liar. Like, that's literally, like, the only thing that has ever sort of made me on the verge of crying. It got really close. It has more so of like, relatability. But as far as, like, crying over games, nah. Never. You should watch the Wait short film. I've never, like, had a like, is there any, like, movie or game that has ever made you guys cry? Like, if it wasn't this game? But ignore, like, the Peanuts thing. That's not what I'm talking about. Surprisingly, like, the life insurance company, they made these type of commercials, including the Peanuts type, you know, Charlie Brown and all that, for some reason. The Wait short film. Sure, I'll give it a try. Wait, is this what you're talking about? Is this like the... Is like the video you're talking about? It's only like a minute. Wait, it says it's award-winning. Wait, you guys see that? Wait, yeah, it says it's award-winning. But it's like, what kind of award did it win? For 1 minute, though, that's a lot. By the way, Froggy, ever want to try playing Fear and Hunger? What is that? Fear and Hunger. This looks interesting. This kind of reminds me of that one game. What was it? It's not Hollow Knight, but it had something... What was it called? I'm trying to remember the name. It sort of resembles, like, the art style of this, but it's like Hollow Knight in a way, where it's like a side-scrolling beat-em-up type deal. I can't remember it. Oh, now I remember. It's called Blasphemous. Was it? Yeah. Where it's like this. It kind of reminds me of this, in a way. Where it's like, you have like the gothic art style of like really old Greek type stuff. Of like ancient civilizations. I don't know if you consider like Greece ancient civilizations, but it's sort of like this. Like when I saw it. Just reminded me of it. Kind of looks like Earthbound mixed with Undertale mixed with Faith the Unholy Trinity. I've never played Faith the Unholy Trinity, but I've heard of Earthbound and Undertale. But sure, I can give Fear and Hunger a try. I can't exactly guarantee I'll play it like next week, but I'll think about it. Oh, what do you know? A VTuber played it. It kind of looks like an MS-DOS game. You know, way back when we had like a, what is it, floppy disks? It kind of looks like that. That's kind of cool. I don't know what this is. It looks like the dude spreading his legs. That's weird. Okay. What else did I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, I apologize for like the stream cutting out. I didn't mean that to happen. I'm not sure why it's causing that. I don't know why YouTube's doing its own thing. But I tried turning it down to low latency, and I tried unplugging like the Ethernet, but it just made it so that I had to start a second stream. So yeah, I apologize for like the interruptions. I don't usually want to do that, but there's like really no other way for me to fix it, because it's not really my internet problem. It has a lot to do with like YouTube, and I'm not sure why it's acting up recently. Because in the past, I've never had like the lag happen. I've never had like the buffering. So it's really weird on that front. But yeah, overall I enjoyed the game. I don't really know what the studio has made besides that one game. All I know is that it's also available on Netflix for some reason. So if you do want to play it, or you haven't played it, or you want to re-experience it, it's available on Netflix for free. Again, I don't know why it's on there, but it is. Friday is gonna be Thief Simulator 2. Gonna be an exciting game of thievery, stealing from the rich and the poor, probably. What else? Oh, new video upload tomorrow for members. And if you aren't a member, it's gonna be available for you on Friday. So a day after Thursday. Yeah, it's the thing I've been working on. I know it's been taking me a long time, and the results, like I said, was like overall somewhat disappointing. But I do hope you guys enjoy what I made and what I put together. It's only like about 6 or 7 minutes. It's not that long, but I did have fun editing it, even though Sony Vegas kept crashing. And yeah, I'll think about like playing the Fear and Hunger game. I'll take it into consideration. If there isn't like really anything else you guys wanted to say, or I have like nothing else. I really enjoyed the game. I appreciate everybody coming here. I want you all to have a good night. Hope you take care. And I will see you on Friday for Thief Simulator 2. Yeah, hope you all have a good night. You take care. I would love to see you playing Fear and Hunger. Sure, why not? One day. One day. Oh, thank you for the pinned comment. Thank you for that, Phoenix. I wish I remembered to do that from the start, but thank you. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.